Fraser Yachts are the leading provider in the super yachting industries in so many different aspects. It's a real honor for me today to have Keith Fowler, CRM project manager, with me today from Fraser Yachts to discuss how they produce high-end documents, sales documents in their CRM in combination with SharePoint and, of course, Docs42. Before jumping into the actual projects, Keith, can you give us some background on Fraser Yachts?
Of course, yeah. Hi, Johannes. Thanks for having me. Good to see you again, as always. So, as you say, Fraser are one of the leading providers worldwide in the super yacht industry. We operate in all aspects of this very high-end, glamorous industry, from sales through chartering, through yacht management, crewing, design, and even build. If you can afford to build one of these, we'll help you with that. We have over 150 employees across 20 plus locations all over the globe and have a very strong brand focus to help us promote ourselves in this very high industry where very high standards are obviously expected. So I've got a little video here if you want me to share with you, just to whet your appetite as to some of the things we get involved in.
Yeah, I'd love to.
All right, let's watch that.
Are you searching for a space that you can call your own? Somewhere you can count on, a place where you are in control, somewhere you and yours can escape to whenever you wish, where you can be together, enjoying quality time away from it all, a chance to enjoy the world and explore new ones. A chance to take stock, to savor a life worth living. Where is that space? It's wherever you want it to be, because that space is your yacht. There's never been a better time to own your own space. Yacht Sales by Fraser. Take your first step to making it happen. Fraser, the trusted name in yachting.
Wow, I wish I could be on one of those. Well, let's get back to business. So when starting the document automation project, can you give us some insights into the biggest challenges you faced and also the requirements you had?
Sure, yeah. Well, as a company who wished to produce a very high quality of output document for this very demanding market, we had a requirement to be able to produce those very easily for our users, to produce them from a variety of different sources of data and content. We have a number of different database sources, a number of different image storage sources. As you can imagine, we have a lot of very high quality images for all these lovely looking yachts that we wish to pull together into our documents. And our desire was to produce a very high quality of output document, which could be shared via email or could in fact be used as a printed document to give out at a yacht show or a client meeting or some presentation that we're doing. So we had a very high requirement for the quality of these documents. And as I say, we're pulling together data from a number of different sources into these. We're pulling images from a number of different locations and of different formats and sizes in. So we required the capability to be able to manipulate those to give us the optimum output result. And the real requirement was that we wanted this all to be very simple so that the actual user of this tool presses a button, they get a very good quality document coming out. They've got no idea of the logic behind it or where the content's coming from or the formatting that's going on. They don't need to know. They just press a button. They get a very good looking document that they can go off and use. And that was really the challenge for us, was to how to solve that. We looked when we were rolling out our CRM solution, we looked at a number of different solutions and different options for this. And some of the challenges we had were around the layout and the configuration and being able to align images together or text boxes together and to be able to stretch the the production of the document to the full page so that it did become a very high quality printable document. And we found a number of solutions had limitations around that, or that the solution was extremely complex to achieve that. What we really wanted was something that was going to be very easy for us to maintain as well. You know, I'm not a developer, and we're not a company full of developers in-house. We were very good at producing Word and PowerPoint documents and some other design document. And so, you know, we really needed something that was going to be easy for us to maintain as the template in the background, very easy for us to redesign and change. You know, we're always improving and making things look different and maintaining the high brand standards that we have to adopt and adhere to. And so, yeah, the desire was something that was easy to work with, but would give us that high quality of output.
Yeah, I guess like the live demo we will see in a second will hopefully pinpoint to this. And yeah, the challenges you just mentioned, it's of course something that a lot of customers have. And especially when you need to develop or design new documents, it has to be user friendly. So Office is the Office format to go. Of course, before we want to see the best part, the live demo, can you maybe pinpoint to the 3 major advantages you see when using Docs42?
Sure, yeah. Well, the first one is, as I say, I'm not a developer, so for me to work with Microsoft Office documents as the template is very straightforward. Very easy for me to design a Word document or to get help from our marketing team to make it fit the brand guidelines, make it have the look and feel that we desire. So having everything based around Microsoft Office is fantastic and very easy. The data connection system, if we call it that, how you manage your data integration in the background is also very simple and very user friendly. As I say, we're pulling data from a number of different sources. We've got a huge number of tables in our CRM database. We've got other data sources. We're pulling images from different locations. And to have all that presented in a very visual and easy to understand way, so that even somebody like me can pull the right field into the right location and edit it and format it using the power of the Microsoft Office, is very, very helpful and very easy and intuitive to use. So that's a very strong point, a great benefit of Docs42. And the third point is that when we first approached Docs42, they were very confident that they would be able to achieve the output quality that we wanted and achieve the integration of all our different sources together. And they demonstrated that for us without any commitment from us at the outset. They went off and put together some samples, gave us those documents back, which proved that they were going to be able to achieve what we required. The level of support that they have, the level of experience and understanding that they have is phenomenal. You know, I've never yet asked them a question that they haven't been able to answer, but I've tried very hard. And so, you know, they were able to demonstrate to us very, very quickly that they would be able to deliver the solution that we require. And, you know, we did that very quickly, very efficiently, and to the satisfaction of all our users.
Yeah, well, thank you. Take that as a compliment. And also from my side, it was also from the very beginning great fun to also have this very globally project, basically, because we had Florida included, Fort Lauderdale included, you were included. We are based in Austria, and all of this worked basically with Teams meetings. So it was great fun to start this. And yeah, no more words from my side. I guess it's time for the perfect moment. Let's start the live demo.
So we'll show you a very quick demonstration here of one of the documents that we have, which is the production of a high quality specification for an individual yacht. What we have is a customized button here in our ribbon where we can select the different type of document we want. And that is then going to pull together data from this part of our CRM system, which is the yacht record, where we have about 500 different fields. We have a selection of images for this yacht, which we can predefine which ones we're going to select, and it's going to put them all together into a nice PowerPoint document. So when I click on the create document, it's going to pop up our little selection menu here, I'm able to choose the paper size. We obviously operate worldwide, so we can either produce it in A4 or in US letter size. So I'll go ahead and do it in A4. And here I can select if I want to customize the salesperson's details that are going to be on this, or if I want to put my own name or whatever, which I'll leave for this purpose here, but I can change that very easily here. So I'll go ahead and create the document, press the button, and here it's now pulling the data from our CRM, from some other sources. It's pulling images from both from Microsoft Azure or from our image storage bank, formatting all those together and putting them into a PowerPoint template. I'll go ahead and open this up for us here, and we'll get a look at this. You saw how quickly it happened there. It was in about 5 seconds. It's pulled all this data together into quite a nice looking PowerPoint document. The reason we have a PowerPoint as the output is to give us the ability to still go in and edit this if we wish. We can go in and edit some of this text here. If we wish to, we can change some of the details. We could swap or edit some of the images, but hopefully most of the work has been done, that this is now the document that the salesperson or the marketing person desires, and they can save this as a PDF and email it, or they can print it out or do whatever. So you'll see it's pulled together some very nice images here. It's taking the document, one of our requirements to take the document right to the edge of the page so that when we print it, there was no white spaces around it. It's formatted all very nicely. You'll see it's quite a nice looking old yacht, this one. It'd be quite nice for your holidays, Johannes, when the time when the time comes.
Yeah, I will ask you. I'm certainly coming back to this.
And yeah, a very nice looking output document produced very simply, and I can save this and I can edit this locally and work with that as I so desire. So the second demonstration I want to show you is for the second type of document that we produce, which is a selection of yachts. So if we imagine we're sending a selection of possible yachts to somebody who's interested in buying one or maybe chartering one for a holiday. So we'll start off here again in our CRM. I'm looking at a grid view here of some yachts that I've pre-selected. I can order these. They're currently ordered in alphabetical, or I can order them by price or by size, and that will be the order which is carried through and reflected in the actual output document that we're going to produce. So I'm just going to go ahead and select a random selection from these here. Just pick a few so we get a nice looking output document. That'll do. I've got the same create document button that we had before, which allows me to then select the page size that I want the output to be on, be it A4 or US letter. I'll select US letter for that one. And here I can also select which salesperson's name is going to appear at the top of this document. So let me go ahead and select somebody else for this one. We'll put Antoine in. I hope he doesn't mind. I'll go ahead now and create the document. And in this case, we're going to produce this as a Microsoft Word output document. So the system here is going off and pulling the data from these different yachts that I've selected, pulling an image from each of the image sources for these unique yachts, and putting them together into this Word document, which we'll get a look at now.
Yeah, it's a very great example of an Office document. And of course, many requirements that we have is that at the same time, you could produce a PDF output. So of course, the same we've seen before in the PowerPoint, also in this Office Word document, in this case, you can produce PDFs if you already know that this is going to be a certain document, or even send out the email as a PDF right away.
Yes, absolutely, and that's very easy to do. You just select that in the options, but we've kept this as being an editable Word document because you'll see here we've got little spaces where you can type your own text here. So this is where our sales team, for example, would want to say that this is a very nice yacht. You might be interested because we know you like X, Y, and Z. You know, and they can put their own little bit of text in here just to personalize this for a particular client if they so desire. So you see here, it's pulled for the yachts that I selected. We've taken an image, it's formatted the size and shape of that to fit in the template. It's pulled the basic data for the yacht here. We've got the intelligence behind. If we don't have certain fields completed in our database, it puts in a dash, or it will remove that line altogether, for example. And we can
also see Antoine.
And yeah, it's got Antoine's details at the top here, so that when the customer decides which one he wants to buy, he'll give Antoine a call and close the deal, as they say. So yeah, a very nice looking output document again. So I'm going to switch roles now. I've been pretending to be a user in creating the documents. I'm now going to show you the other side of the experience for someone managing and editing the templates that we have. So this is the template here for the selection document that we just produced, where we're producing multiple yachts on one document for somebody to send a selection. So you can see here, it's a very simple Microsoft Word document. We can see all the fields that are being pulled in and collated together. In here, you can see the little blue symbols here are the locations for the fields that we're pulling from our CRM or from one of the images. And there's some formatting and custom coding in here as well. Very easy for me to work with on my desktop and edit this and change this. And when I want to produce a sample to see how good my changes are or whether they are achieving what I want, it's very straightforward. I click on generate. We've got some predefined options in here to pull some set data through for the test purposes. I'm going to produce this from our UAT system this time. Go ahead and produce this document. Here it's going off again, pulling the data from multiple yachts, multiple images, putting them into a document, which is going to open up here on my desktop and allow me very quickly to see the improvements or changes that I've made. I can then come back and compare with the template if I want to make further improvements or further changes and refine the layout and the look and feel of this document. So very simple to work on my desktop using this.
Even though I've been involved in the project, it's always great to see it again in the live system and how it can help people in their everyday work life. Thanks again, Keith. It was a pleasure, and it always is a pleasure.
Thank you, Johannes. Yeah, a pleasure. And let me know when you want to book one of these yachts for your holiday this summer.
Yeah, maybe you can forward the contact details to Antoine, and we'll see if we can figure something out. Yeah, in any case, thank you again. And to those of you who also want to see some other customer cases, here are some examples.